planet Earth here. So today, just wanted to kind of have a conversation. Nothing bad, nothing bad. So, just wanted to talk. It's just a generalized talking. So this video will be boring to a lot of people, but just kind of wanted to have a conversation. Um, well, where do I begin? Hmm. Okay. So, what is life? Well, let's put those words together. What is life? I don't know. We live in a ball in the middle of space. We're spinning. We're human, but we're spinning in a ball in the middle of space, and I can't comprehend that. Supposedly, we're out in this vast emptiness universe that just passed the atmosphere of the Earth. We're out in this universe by ourselves, and I can't comprehend that. We're supposedly one of the only species, besides all the other species on this particular planet, and we're in this vast ball of emptiness. And what shocks me the most is that we have no answer to this. We have no answer to space, we have no answer to space time, we have no answer to what we are as a species, we have no answer to what happens to when we live, and we also have no answer to what happens to us when we die. We have no answer to what created time. We have no answer to what created everything as spoken. It's actually very weird and very unexplainable how we got here as a species. I don't understand it. I don't understand how we got here. I don't understand how time started. Nobody can seem to answer that question, which is just... It's just not possible to answer that question because nobody seems to have the answer. But... Okay, so... We live on this little ball, middle space. We live on this ball in the middle of space, and nobody can seem to answer how we got here as a species. We're in the middle of space, remember that. We're in the middle of nothing. Okay? We're in this vast nothingness in space, and it just baffles me that space is supposedly finite or infinite. It's either infinite or finite. I don't know the answer to that because I don't know. So, we live... Where do we live, first of all? Supposedly we live in the Milky Way galaxy. That's a weird name for a galaxy, but supposedly we live in a galaxy. Supposedly, there's another galaxy coming to hit our galaxy in a few billion years. And supposedly that galaxy is supposed to smack into this galaxy and create a bigger galaxy, but in doing so would destroy all planets in said Milky Way galaxy and the other oncoming galaxy. Supposedly a comet will hit the Earth within 200 years. An actual comet will smash the Earth. We already saw what happens in Russia, so I wouldn't be surprised. However, the notion of the human race just shocks me every single day. Like, the moment I go to sleep, the moment I wake up, it's just boom, right in your face. Life on the Earth. You know, you got the sun, you got the deer, you got the dogs, you got the cats, you got the humans, you got electronics. The whole situation of the universe is just shocking to me. How everything works. And what baffles me is the human species is supposed to be animal, but we're pretending that we're better than animals when we're not. We're at the same level as them. And unfortunately, dogs, cats, lions, tigers, and bears are physically stronger than we are, and they can kick butt. because they're programmed that way. But it just amazes me that we think we're the premium package when we're not. I mean, we have guns, but without the guns, I mean, there's a lot of animals that can kick our ass, you know. And then the weird thing is there's a lot of poisonous animals on this planet too. They're literally just can just fudge you over like a snake bite. You know, you can get venom, you can get stings, poisoning from certain animals. You have to have the antidote. It's just crazy, the fascination of this planet and all the species that live on this earth. You know, the snakes, the amphibians, all the different species. You know, birds, elephants, the really smart species, elephants, dolphins, the great, the whales. It's just shocking how smart they are. Then you got some weird ass creatures in the bottom of the ocean that look so alienated, so bizarre, and so strange that we cannot even put these together because we don't know what they are. We can name names, we can kind of get an idea of how their life form is, but for the most part, it's just aliens. Then the humans created a thing called technology, supposedly. And then we have UFOs. And then not only do we have UFOs, excuse me. Okay. So we have UFOs, we have aliens, supposedly. The whole universe is just a mindfuck, okay? The whole shebang. The whole fucking Gonzaba, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't even know if there's a name for it other than big ass universe. We live in this big fucking, I don't know what the, I don't even know how to explain the universe. I don't know how to explain time. It's bizarre how you look at a clock and it goes tick, tick, but I mean, how is time in other places of the universe? I mean, does it tick? Does it tick slower? Does it tick faster? I mean, there's been rumors, obviously there's been movies that time might go faster on other planets in other parts of the universe, which doesn't make sense, but I guess it all depends on gravity. So, what the fuck is this place? Why are we living in it? And why is it so weird? And why are we living in it again? So, if anybody can answer this question in the comment section below on why the universe is so weird. We have to look past our house, past our apartments, past our dormitories, past our cars, past our airplanes, past everything that you can think of, past your basement, airplanes, anything that you could think of living in a building, period. And if you're living underground, okay, whatever. But look past it and think about the whole universe in a general term. We are a small little dot of time in the galactic universe. If science is correct, I mean, we're literally a dot, a blip of time in the whole shebang. How the hell did we get here? How the hell did the stars form? And, well, most importantly, how the fudge did we get here? Okay, it's really bizarre when you actually think about it. Like, when you actually go down and you actually think about it, forget about over here. When you think about the longevity of the human race, we have not been here very long. At least, not, as a primal species. And then the next weirdest thing is reproduction. Okay, that's weird. Okay, you have fun time with a female, and I can't even explain it. It's the whole thing is weird. Okay, it's nice, but it's weird. You reproduce with a female. You put your thingamajigger in the female's thingamajigger, And then 9 months later, you have another child. What the fuck is that? How does that even work? I mean, the whole thing is just bizarre. Okay, the whole shank of the human race, the way you procreate, the way the whole universe just, it's just really fucking weird. And then you have also emotions. Another thing that's weird on the universe. I'm gonna be honest with you. We are one of the only species that have emotions. I know that other species do, but our emotions are extremely smart compared to other species, in my opinion. I mean, we have the audacity to be able to create things, fix things, create unimaginable things that the human race can come together and build, if possible. It really is bizarre when you actually think about it, though. Humans have created gigantic boats to go on oceans. They created sailboats. They sailed the seven seas, literally. I mean, humans are a very interesting species. They're very interesting, the humans. And then creating, like the telephone, creating the television, creating the radio, creating, the just everything. Creating Morse code, creating the telegram. The whole thing is just really fucking weird. Now we've created, or the humans have created more technology. So it's just getting more advanced each year. It's getting really advanced, and my medicine's kicking in. So the human race gets more advanced, and we turn more into Wall-E. Wally's World, or AKA, you turn into a Wall-E. I don't know what to call it. Wall-E, sorry, Wall-E. Humans are becoming too antisocial. Humans are not communicating like they were. What am I, Texan? And then we have emotion, and this is what I come back to. The humans have weird emotions. We have happiness, sadness, anger, hostility, depression, greed. It's shocking how many different emotions the humans have. It's just mind-boggling when you actually think about it. And then another weird thing is how many physical problems humans have. You got heart disease, you got the cancers, you got, all these metabolic disorders. You got all these weird fucking disorders that don't make no sense. Like, you would never think that they make any sense, but boom, they're there. Just weird. And then the average lifespan of an actual human these days is, if you're in a good, area and you're not in a bad neighborhood, not a bad neighborhood or what's considered a third world country, the average lifespan is about 74 years old. Now that's assuming that your cholesterol, blood pressure, heart is in decent shape. However, I don't know how long, but in general, it's just really fucking weird how the universe, how time, humans, everything's weird. I can say deep down in my heart, though, that one of the best inventions, creations, sidekicks of the humans are animals. Thank God we have dogs, and thank God we have cats, because at the end of the day, a lonely world without those motherfuckers. Without dogs or cats, it would be a lonely fucking world. Maybe the occasional opossum, the occasional skunk. I don't know who the hell would have a pet skunk. I'm just saying. Thank God we have cats and dogs and snakes and reptiles. I know that they like to go bite, and don't step on snack. But just in a general term, it's just really weird. So, in my honest opinion, and this is just an opinion, I'm gonna say it, but this is just my opinion. This is not based on any theories or anything like that. It's just, I think we were put on this planet millions of years ago by a subtype of human, some type of human, or humanoids that we are the descendants of, to be to reproduce on the planet, create more humans, and either just live life, or maybe, and this is just a stretch, possibly not true, if it wasn't due to the Big Bang Theory and how humans went from sea monstrosities just a standard land animal, I think that we were put on this planet, or somebody had some sort of maybe native ship from the old days, a few million years ago, and they were on another planet. Maybe a black hole or some sort of end of universe type of event was happening on their home planet, and maybe they had like a machine that can create another planet. I mean, this is just bizarro world at this point. This is not me being mentally ill. I'm just thinking about it. Maybe we were put here and on this planet because they were trying to escape the other planet, and they had to reproduce to create more humans, and then that ended up happening, and we created more humans. Or we were put here as punishment for some reason. Maybe, because there is a lot of evil on this planet. I mean, that's for damn sure. A lot of evil on this planet. I mean, we're talking some evil shit happens up in this planet. Maybe we're put here. Ooh, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know why we were put here. And some people, even if it was God that put us here, or if it was time that put us here, or if it was a coincidence. Let me just say something. Nothing is a coincidence. There's always a reason for everything. I still think it's more of a Truman effect, but I doubt it. But it's a possibility, but I doubt it. I mean, that was whoever created that movie and did a really good job on that movie. It was very futuristic for its time, and I'm not saying that it's real, but I am saying that it's pretty interesting that they would create something in that kind of aspect. Well, it went through someone's mind one day and says, I got a movie, we'll call it The Truman Show, and it's based off of a fake world, pretty much. But what shocks me the most, and I still can't comprehend this, is if we were put on this earth, why were we put here? Why were we put on this planet? Does anybody have an answer to that? Anybody at all? We were put on this planet. But why? Why were we put on this planet? And why do we have such a limited amount of time on it too? That kind of sucks. But so we have a limited time on the planet. We don't live very long. I mean, we live 0 through 100 years. That's about, if you're doing really fucking good, you can live to 100 years. But then you die. Where do you go after that? Does your soul just say, bye? Or what happens to the soul? What happens when you die? What happens? Like, you just fucking go into blankness? That doesn't make sense to me. Does that even sound right? You just die and then that's it? Nothing happens to your soul? Or you don't have thoughts or nothing? You can just die and there's no thought patterns after that? It's just kind of blank? I mean, where the fuck do you go when you sleep? Do you just not have like any kind of thought process after you pass away? I mean, fuck, that sucks. It really does when you think about it. And of course, not one scientist can answer the goddamn question. So not one scientist can answer this question. Not one hypothesis. Nothing. We're just stuck on this planet by ourselves, and that's it. So we just get stuck on this planet, and that's it. And then you die, and then where the fuck do you go afterwards? Because every time I'm sleeping, sometimes I dream and sometimes I don't, and this goes for everybody. But what I don't know and understand is when you die physically, where the fuck do you actually go? That doesn't make sense to me. Ruben, hi there. Topher Chris, hi there. Zach, hi there. So you die, and then where the hell do you go? Do you just disappear into thin air? Where do you? Ah, that's so weird. Hello, Maya. Guys, it's so weird. Where do you go when you die? Just fudging weird, man. Where do we go as humans? I mean, do we just die? Like, what the fuck? We've never gone anywhere. We've been here since the beginning. What are you talking about? Wait. What are you talking about? One says you go to everything that has ever existed in the universe was created in the moments of the Big Bang. We've never gone anywhere. We've been here since the beginning. Okay. So we've been here since the beginning. Where the fuck do we go when our hearts stop beating? Where do we fucking go? That's my question, man. Where do we fucking go? I mean, you could either go to AKA heaven, okay, but where do you go? Do you go to heaven? Do you get recycled? We come back in reincarnation. We go wherever we need to go. Right, but do we just go on the same planet over and over, or do we get sent to another planet? Do we get sent to another dimension? Do we get sent to another time? Or do we just get recycled here on Earth? I know this. I understand this. But what I am saying is, where do we go when we die? When our hearts stop beating and we are laid 6 feet under the ground? Where do we actually go? Why doesn't nobody know this answer? Nobody knows it. It's annoying. Why can't we know what our fates are? And so we can, at least mentally prepare it. That's a good question. We don't know that part. We don't know it. We really don't know. And you die, you don't know where the fuck you're gonna go. Where the fuck do you go? Like, I understand that death is an inevitable thing of the human species. But where the fuck do you go? Do you just fucking and then that's it? I mean, where do you go? There's a billion ways to die. Yeah, of course. You get shot, you get stabbed action. You have a heart attack, you get the cardiac arrest action, you got the liver failure, you got all this bullshit. But, okay, besides the medical issues that can kill you, and other weird diseases that can kill you, and natural death from old age, where the fuck do you go? Because, do you just die, and then that's it? How does that make any logical sense at all? Like, how does that actually go in anybody's brains? Be like, hey guys, when we die, we don't go nowhere. That doesn't make sense. Maybe, but it doesn't make any logical sense from a scientific perspective. You just die and then that's it? There's no meaning? You lived on the earth for at least 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years, and then you just die, and then where do you fucking go? I know there's a million ways to die. There's probably a billion ways at this point. But where does everybody go? Do you just stay on the earth? Do you go to heaven? What the fuck is going on here, and why the fuck are we not told anything? Okay, the government doesn't know where we go. You know, Christians believe that we go to heaven, but even if we go to heaven, how the heck do we get there to begin with? And even if you've committed no sin, how do you still go to heaven? And even if there is no heaven, let's just say there wasn't, and there wasn't a hell. Where the fuck do you go anyway? Like, where you just die, and then you just drive a virtual car somewhere, and then you go into another body, and then you get born again? I mean, what the fuck is going on, man? It's weird. Your soul leaves your body, the future awaits. And a couple of shows I've seen, American Horror Story, when a person dies, they get sent to a personal hell. If they have regrets, guilt, etc., I think that's what the true afterlife is like. What universe is heaven and hell at? How does your soul know where to go? I don't fucking know. Okay? The whole fucking existence of us is weird, okay? I don't care what anybody says. The whole existence of this life, you know, light, electricity, the whole thing is fucking weird. Like, I don't care what anybody says. It's not about being anxiety inducing or mentally ill. It's questions I have, valid questions, and I cannot get them answered. And if I probably got them answered, I would probably end up in a psychiatric unit for the rest of my life. That's probably why they don't tell us anything. That's probably why. Because you would probably go crazy afterwards, knowing the truth. We don't know what the truth is. It just sucks that I can't find this answer out. Where do we go when we die? Look, even if the Big Bang was true, where do you go when you die? It doesn't matter if we were created by reptilious anthropomorphs, okay, through fucking water, okay? We flappity flapped for like a few billion years, and then suddenly we started clapping on the on the land, okay? It doesn't matter. I don't care how we were brought up. What I care about is, where do you go when you die? Do you just reset and then you get another personality when you come back to the earth again? If you do you go to another universe? Do you go to another time? Do you go before the Big Bang? Do you go to a heaven? Where the heck do you go? Because it doesn't make sense to me. This whole shebang of the whole universe is just baffling. The whole, like, I'll say it again, the whole thing is weird, okay? I don't care what anybody says. You can't convince me otherwise. The whole setup of the whole universe is just fucking bizarre. It doesn't make sense. The whole life existence for a short amount of time is fucking weird. Okay, how the fuck are you gonna live on the earth for about 100 years and then you just die? Are we recycled? Well, obviously we're kind of recycled in a way, because when we die, we just turn to ash, right? After so many years, you know, our body deforms, and then it just becomes bones, and then suddenly the bones become part of the Earth's dust eventually over time. But I mean, if we are a part of the Earth, then how the hell did we get here? The universe is about cycles. Everything is a cycle. How is your soul guided? If we can visit other universes, possibly can we visit heaven? I don't know. Maybe heaven is a physical place in the universe. You know, maybe hell is a physical place in the universe. Who the hell knows? Who knows? We don't know, because we don't know the answer to that. We can only hypothesize, but we cannot find the actual answer to it. And no matter what I do, no matter what I research on the internet, No matter what I research at library, and I've been studying this for a few years, there is no straight answer to where we go. And even if I knew exactly where we were going, the question is, then, this is where it gets weird. Where do we pick on the next life we choose, if that is such a thing? Even if the answer could be answered, who chooses for us, or do we choose our next life? That's where it gets fucking weird. I mean, did snakes choose their life? Did wolves choose their life? Did dogs choose their lives? Did cats choose their lives? Did humans choose their lives? I mean, did apes choose their lives? The whole thing is fucking weird when you think about it. Like when you go deep down into it, it's just. Psh. There's a question to life, everything in life. Scientists say that energy can't be destroyed. So for us to die, it would mean energy is being destroyed. It's a fucking... I mean, we do produce a little bit of heat. I mean, we're equivalent to like 200 or 300 watts of electricity. I mean, that's kind of weird in itself when you actually think about it. Our body produces enough heat to have like a little heater effect in, certain situations. But that's kind of weird. I mean, that is kind of a... we have electricity within our body. People don't know this, but you need potassium to have a normal body. So theoretically, electricity is kind of in us. We actually have electricity in our body because our heart pulses through electricity in a way, muscle contractions. So that's kind of like electricity in a way. But still, even with potassium, electrosol, and stuff like that, it's weird how the human body works. I'll give you that. And that's another weird thing that I'll never understand about the human body. It's weird. And just the universe in general. It's just a weird place to live. It's bizarre. According to NASA and SpaceX and all these other, places to look at the space, supposedly we're on this ball and there's no oxygen in the blackness of space. And the temperatures are extremely cold. My question is, why is there cold? Why ain't it heat? Another weird thing about space, yeah, it makes sense scientifically that if it's black and empty, that it would be cold. That makes sense because there's no sunlight. It makes sense. But it's still weird. Okay, who put the sun in a perfect... Wait. Who put the sun in a perfect area to where we can live on this planet? Who put the sun? What put the moon observing around the earth? Who made the waves? And why does the earth keep flapping? Which is weird to me. Why does the waves keep flapping? Why does the waves come in and out? Now, they say it's the gravitational pull of the moon. It doesn't matter. It's still fucking weird how the moon affects the waves on the earth. I know it's scientific, but it's weird. You got humans that are trying to, dig into space there, put satellites up and all that good stuff. But it's still weird. Okay? I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Don't know what to say anymore. It's just fucking weird. Okay? Nobody has an answer to this. Nobody will ever have an answer to this. There's no answer. I mean, you die and it's like going to sleep, but it's permanent. So, do you just sleep permanently and then wake up in a different form? Or do you wake up as an animal? Do you wake up as another human? Do you just kind of forget? Do you wake up in a different time? Do you wake up on a different universe? Do you wake up somewhere else? I mean, dogs, where do they wake up when they die? I mean, it's just... There's no answer, man. Nobody has an answer to that, man. Nobody. It's just shocking, man. Nobody has an answer. Not one fucking person on this over, was it 8 billion people now plus? Out of 8 billion people, not one human can actually answer that question. I mean, this sucks, man. If anybody can figure out the question to life itself, please leave it below in the text messages. Thank you, guys.